Nice to meet you, Rachel.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, and it's by God's design that we're here together. And I'm actually very much interested to hear about your ministry in the Aid of Life Care and Death Doula.
Yes.
Tell us a story.
Yes. So I've been an ordained minister for 25 years in the Presbyterian Church. And I work predominantly with people at the end of their life. I do most of the funerals and help people through grief care in my the church that I was serving before. And then the past 2 years, I've been focusing mostly on end of life care and helping people to share their stories about experiences they have at the end of life. So helping families through grief and just walking alongside them as they face the end of a loved one's life. And sometimes there are questions about what happens after death, or signs that they might have that they're seeing their loved ones before they pass, or that kind of thing. So I help them through that process.
Yeah.
And a death doula is someone that it's very similar to what we do already as pastors, where we just walk alongside someone and help the family get to them the resources they need to help them, whether it be to help with all the paperwork that goes along with it, or it could be just things like giving the family grief support if they need someone to talk to, or just to sit with them, not even to give advice, but just to be present.
Just being there for them.
Is the most important. Yes.
I know death is a taboo and not very much accepted subject for many cultures.
Yes.
How is it for you?
For me, it is my life. Death is my life.
Yeah.
So I especially am drawn to people that are that really struggle with, I can't talk to my pastor about this, or which is unfortunate, or I can't talk to my family about this, or they don't want to talk about it. So my role is to kind of just help facilitate conversations about the death, and just to be honest about what happens, because it better prepares the whole family if everyone understands the process and what will happen. And even to, for example, maybe if the person has a lot of a house or property or their belongings, what happens to them? And so I help with that as well. But most importantly, people have questions for me about, am I crazy if I talk to my loved one who's passed? And those kinds of questions. So I help them say, yes, it's okay. You're not crazy, but it's okay to talk about that, but do it in the sense of God is with you in this whole process. That's really our role, is to help facilitate that God is present in this whole process.
Before we come to that,
yes.
So you're saying that this involves not just the person who is just about to transition,
right,
but also their families.
Correct.
Why
yes.
is this important?
It is very important to have the family involved, because they're the closest to the loved one, and especially if it's like your husband or wife that's passing, or your children, a very close relative. You want to be supportive of them, and I think in a time when oftentimes families are spread out, we need to have a family, and maybe whether it's your immediate family or your friends, but just be surrounded by the people that are your family. Whatever that may look like for you is very important in the process.
Do you think that helps in their closure when anything happens also?
Yes, I think there's some closure, but also that they know that they're not alone in the process, so that there's other people they can talk to about the process of dying or the process of grief, because they're going to be sad, maybe they're angry, maybe they don't understand what happened, or so there's a group of people that are there to support you, and the role of the chaplain or the doula is there to help support that process and be an advocate for you. So they help you, or maybe they can talk to the doctor or the social worker or the nurse and get that information together. It's really important.
Yeah, earlier you mentioned to me about the experiences that people go through when they are dying.
Yes.
Some see visions, some
Yes.
see your voices,
Yes.
some dream.
Yes.
Tell us more about that.
Yes. So one thing that's been really important is for people to have a non-judgmental listening ear. So someone to listen to their stories.
Yes.
Oftentimes when I've sat with people that are very strong Christians, and they've been long-time church attender, for example, and they'll be in the bed and they'll tell me, oh, my husband's come for me. Well, the husband's in heaven and comes down. And I don't say, oh no, that's not real. I say, oh, well, let's welcome him. Let's talk to him, or let's pray about it and pray for him. So we include that and make that bridge between life and death, because we should make it should be a normal conversation, not something to fear.
Yeah.
So that's my space, is to help alleviate any fear, or if they feel maybe ashamed or scared, or like they're crazy because they're having these visions and things. They're not. It's actually they're probably the closest to God that they are in that moment. Yeah.
You talked about the bridge between life and death, and
Yes.
I know this is a journey. And you also mentioned about presence.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think it is like for the person who is transitioning to have someone walking with them across the bridge?
In my experience, the people that I have worked with directly it's a sense of comfort, and they can be at peace fully. They know that they have not left anything behind that they have to worry about. They know their family is taken care of. They know their friends are with them, but they know that I will help them after they're gone, so that they don't have to worry. And so that's the most important thing, so they feel comfortable those very last moments.
Thank you for sharing. That's
Yes.
a powerful ministry.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and I know most people are not aware of that
Yeah.
from different cultures,
Yes.
but I think it's a very, very important ministry.
Yes.
End of life care.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much.